Hi, my name is Kusi. I'm a chemistry graduate from KNUST.
I'm Abigail Sackey, a first-class chemistry graduate from KNUST.
I love music, specifically Blacko, and I'm a Chelsea fan, but they are not doing so well, so I mean, we'll bounce back.
So with my goal for chemistry, I wanted to be a lecturer. And a lecturer in food chemistry because I love food and I would love to know what constituent goes into food making, how the formulation is done, everything. So that was my goal, to go outside, further my education and be a food chemist lecturer. However, path changed and it's a very good one and a great one.
I had the dream of becoming a doctor, but getting to SHS, I lost that because I thought it was not fun as I used to think it would be. I had a grade 9 from the BEC, so it sort of gave me the opportunity to enter pharmacy, but I thought of it.
Growing up, my dream was to be a doctor. Growing up, we know that doctors get paid well, and then again, I'll get the opportunity to personally be my mother and my father's doctor, personal doctor. So that is one of the inspirations. However, alongside my university journey, the focus changed. Why did it change? Because we meet people and relationships build certain desires in us. So through that, I met Kusi. Kusi is from a business background with his family. So through that, we did several research in the sector of agric. After the several research, we narrowed it down to poultry because we were actually selling the eggs. So we wanted to look at the producing. Upon doing that research, we realized that there is even a very major problem out there, and the problem is we consume about 460,000 metric tons annually. However, just 60 metric tons of it is locally produced. And out of that, it means that 80% of what we eat here as Ghanaians is imported, with just 5% of the less than 20% that we produce here being broiler production. I came in as a national service personnel, where with the national service personnel, I had the opportunity to be trained on the job itself. We had just ended our training, one of the trainees, and then we had a call from Madam Edita Kosavetland that I'm bringing you guys beer, so you're going to do it as yours. So that was the quotation from her. And then when we came here, we had to do preparations to receive the bears. First, we cleared the room. We prepared our brooder house. After preparing, we washed our drinkers, the chick fountains, the feeders. We washed all of them, set them up. We also brought in our heating mantles. All of them, we disinfected them. So before the bears came, we had set the water and all of that, waiting for them. And when the bears came, we counted them, made sure it tallies. I remember myself at Angel. We were very, very excited. But when the bears came, it's like, oh, real, like the bears are here.
When it comes to the poultry, I'd love to break it into 2 or say 3. I would say stockmanship, then it comes to management, then it comes to biosecurity. So the stockmanship is how we are going to receive the birds and prepare the area and all those kind of things. And the management is when they've settled, how are we going to take care of them till they are off to the market. And the biosecurity is the things that we need to do, the technical skills that we need to put in place so that we don't have issues on the farm.
When the chicks arrived, what we checked for was the quality of the birds. We checked if their beaks were okay, because sometimes what we were taught was that some of them will have twisted. So all of that, we isolate them if we find any. So those were some of the checks that we did, making sure they had bright eyes. If they are not and their vent was good, if it's not, all these ones, so we try to sort them out and know which ones are of high quality, and the ones that are not, we keep them in a separate room. When chicks are hatched, they have the yolk sac in the abdomen, of which they're able to live on for 3 days without food or water. They could survive. However, as a farmer, it's your responsibility to introduce feed to your birds from day one.
The chick coming in is you coming to take care of it as the mother hen, because it's not going to have that when it's in there. That's why we do brooding. So
you are constantly there, just like you've given birth to a baby. You don't leave it. You don't leave your baby. You constantly make sure your baby is okay.
You have to pay attention to the bird because I mean it will tell you what to do and what not to do. Because if you there's a textbook knowledge that, oh, you will drop down to this particular temperature at this week, this particular temperature at this week, but you need to observe the bird, know how they are feeling, and they will show it.
In the introduction of feed to the birds, you give them the starter. Some give pre-starter from day 1 to day 10 before they introduce the starter. You constantly want to check that they are eating a little, go little. And when they go to the 3rd week to the 4th week, you introduce the grower to them. They live on the grower from the 3rd, 4th week throughout to the 6th week. Then the finisher is introduced.
I urge each and everyone to gear towards the consumption of locally produced chicken, because when you compare it to the chickens that come from outside, you can see that there is high quality in taste and nutritional value. Hence, I mean, there are several institutions that come onto our farm to come and check. The FSRP, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, and Rockland itself comes to check whatever practices that we are putting in place.
Just the two of us, myself and Angel, were able to raise 11,000 broiler capacity with 97% livability. As it stands now, we are expecting our first cash since our birds have been harvested. Yeah. And all this was made possible by the FSRP. They gave us the input, the DOCs, the feed, the vaccines, the medications, all of that, and we are much grateful to FSRP, the World Bank, APD. We are also very grateful to the government of Ghana and MOFA. I also love to express my gratitude to Madam Edith Akosa-Ritland, the CEO of Rockland Farms, for the opportunity and for the availability to mentor and train us through this journey.